What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Chat Shack. Jack's not here today because, we came back from V-Fest and his voice is gone, so unfortunately he cannot be in this video. But today we're going to be talking about Robin Williams, and when we found out the news that he had passed away,
it was last Tuesday, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like a week ago or something, but. We decided we wanted to make a video about Robin Williams and all the films he's done and everything because, I don't think you really realise how good of an actor he was.
He was so. I always said that he was the most diverse actor there is.
Yeah, he was. He's right up there with the best.
Oh yeah, right up there with like the Al Pacinos.
I think it's sad. I think it's sad though that he hasn't actually had the recognition he's deserved throughout his life until now. Until now, he's actually passed away, and everyone realizes. You know what he's done.
What? Because literally a couple of weeks before he died, I said to my brother that I really, really, really wanted to see him play a kind of really evil villainous character because obviously he only did really one villainous character, which was in 1 Hour Photo
and Insomnia.
And I really wanted him to get like his teeth into something, and like really play a real kind of psychopath. I think he'd been phenomenal.
He was in the running for the Joker.
Yeah, he was. Heath Ledger.
There was like
it was amazing.
There were rumours of him being like a Riddler or something like that. But I think that would have been good. But
it's a shame.
It was a shame that he's passed on. But anyway,
I don't think people really realise that he can do kind of villainous things. People only think he's a comedy actor.
Everyone remembers from his comedy stuff, and he is a comedy actor. He's hilarious. He's so funny.
He does stand up as well.
I think his best roles have been when he's been serious. Yeah, as opposed to like Good Will Hunting.
Yeah, he won an Oscar in Good Will Hunting.
I think
it was his best.
He was one of those actors that he's one of those comedian actors who is actually really funny and really can like put a really good performance in, which is why
I can't wait to see how Steve Carell does in Foxcatcher.
Yeah, I think that'll be amazing. But anyway, what we're going to do in today's episode, we're going to be talking about our favourite Robin Williams performance.
Yep.
And our favourite movie that Robin Williams is in.
Oh, that's difficult.
So I'll let you go first. What would you say his best performance was?
Well, obviously the obvious choice is Good Will Hunting, but because obviously I won an Oscar for it.
He did.
But I think I've just got to say Aladdin. He was perfect.
Yeah. You couldn't imagine anyone else being the genie.
No.
I think his best performance, I would say it was Good Will Hunting. Yeah. Because if you see him in that,
he is very, very good.
He even though Matt Damon and Ben Affleck in it are good, but he overshadows everyone. He makes the film what it is. I think
I have to throw in his performance of Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah, Mrs. Doubtfire was a good performance. Yeah. that was a film growing up that was so that was one of the films you could watch over and over again. It was so funny.
The films that you watched when you were a kid were Aladdin and Mrs. Doubtfire and The Lion King.
And apparently he recorded he recorded so many hours of speech for Aladdin as the genie, and they could obviously only use as much as like the film went on, but apparently he gave him so much stuff, and like everyone who's worked with him, everyone who's known him, been friends with him, has just said how much of a good character he was in real life, and like how much of a nice guy he was. And you don't really expect someone like that to do what they did, but
if you see his live on Broadway, he's very full on. He's very much like Lee Evans in that kind of way, and you can see where, you can see where I don't know. He was just
his brain was working 100 miles an hour
all the time.
He was like when you see him in comedy, like I don't think I've ever seen someone come out with so many jokes and like so much improv and so much like the amount of voices he did and everything. He had an amazing talent there, and I'll say that I think it's sad though that he wasn't recognised before he passed away as the good actor he is recognised as now. He was obviously recognised as a good actor, but I think now that he's passed away, everyone realizes how much of a loss it is in the film industry to not have him there.
But I mean, it was different to the death of Philip Seymour Hoffman, because everyone appreciated Philip Seymour Hoffman.
I don't think you can compare it to Philip Seymour Hoffman.
No, I loved Philip Seymour Hoffman. He was one of my favourite actors, but I didn't grow up with Philip Seymour Hoffman. I kind of watched him more when I was like kind of a couple of years ago, when I was a teenager, kind of. But growing up, I always watched Robin Williams films.
I mean, in Aladdin, the genie was one of my favourite Disney characters because he's just so funny and everything. But
I think it's probably the best Disney
character. I'd say his best performance was probably Good Will Hunting. Mainly because not just because he won the Oscar for it, but because he made a really moving performance. He was just an amazing actor in that.
I was just trying to go for the obvious.
Yeah. What would you say about his what was it? The best film, favorite film that he's in?
It's in between for me. It's either Good Will Hunting, because you can't not love that film. Yeah. It's so good. Or The Dead Poets Society.
That's another film we haven't mentioned yet. Dead Poets Society is the one where he's a poetry teacher in a very serious school and everything, and he changes like a whole class's lives and everything, and that is one of the great performances he did as well. But so what you're saying, that it was either Dead Poets Society or Good Will Hunting?
Well, yeah, I think just those two, because they're for me are the films that I would remember Robin Williams for the most. I mean, a lot of people would say Aladdin, Mrs. Doubtfire, but those two films for me were just every time I watch them, I'm taken away from them. They're amazing films.
I mean, I think they're the films where his performances were amazing, but
the best. Yeah.
One of my favourite films that he's in, and it's surprising, is World's Greatest Dad.
Yeah, that is one of the most underrated films.
I think that's one of the most underrated films he's been in, because his performance in that is so funny. I mean, he's so he goes through a lot of complex things as the character and everything. Yeah. I just think it was a really funny film. Yeah. I wouldn't say that was my favourite film that he's in. I'd probably say...
he's also very good. You haven't seen this, but he's also very good in this film called The Fisher King.
I have not seen that. No.
I've recommended it. Bridges? Yeah, it's a very, very good film, and he is...
Apparently it's sad at the end.
It's really sad. Yeah, it's a very sad film.
Yeah, but I'd say...
I think he got an Oscar nomination for that as well.
I'd say the one I like watching the most is probably Aladdin. But the one where I like watching Robin Williams do what he does is probably Mrs. Doubtfire. I mean, I think that was probably one of the perfect roles for him.
Oh yeah. But, no one could do what he did with Mrs. Doubtfire. No. Really.
But that's what we loved Robin Williams. I mean. It's a great shame that he's not going to be in any more films.
If you haven't seen the 1 hour photo, really check it out, because
it's not a film for everyone though.
No, it's not a film for everyone. No, it's very dark.
It shows his
diversity
and how he can change his roles and everything. And that is not. I think that's good that he wasn't just a comedy actor. He was also a serious actor, and even though he can make everyone laugh, he could tone it down and be a serious guy. He wasn't like over the top all the time. But that's what we think of Robin Williams. Those are our favourite films and performances. What do you think in the comments below? What do you think your favourite film of his was? Favourite performance, and just generally, what did you think of Robin Williams? Because I mean, we're sad about it. We're But yeah, we wanted to make a video because I thought that
we respect him.
Yeah, a lot. I wanted to talk about.
We love him.
I wanted to talk about Robin Williams' career and everything, and it's a great shame that he's passed away. But unfortunately, he's not going to be in any films anymore. But post in the comments your favourite films of his. Post in the comments what you thought of him, and like and subscribe, and peace out.
Think of me. Make your life spectacular. I know I did.